I wanted to get your whole backstory, Marcela, and to me, a lot most important is education as well.
Sí,
But
claro.
all of this, you somehow managed to stay academically okay, and I mean, from 9 years old until
I know,
all these
crazy.
pageants, and you ended up getting a degree from TAMU.
Yeah.
So, but before that, you won Miss Tamaulipas, right?
Yes.
And then you went on to compete.
For Miss Universe
So
Mexico.
was that the last pageant that you did?
Yeah. I know that's what I'm saying. Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, so
Finish off the
so
pageant.
from this Laredo, I learned a lot. To keep going. That sometimes things are not meant for you, and it's not because like once again I'm standing by it. Like when God says it's your timing, nada lo va a detener. Like when God knows it's meant for you, never like nothing will pass you by because it's meant for you. You know.
Not the first time you mentioned that. Talk about your faith. Where did that come from?
Oh well, my parents. I'm Catholic. My parents, my mom specifically, she've always.
Please, I'm Catholic too.
Mis papás siempre han sido muy unidos a Dios. Mi mamá específicamente. Yo en Nuevo Laredo fui a una escuela privada donde también orábamos, rezábamos siempre al iniciar nuestros días. O sea, Marcela, horas al despertar y al dormir. Y eso siempre me ha ayudado también a ver las cosas de buena manera. O sea, como que sí, o sea, yo estoy siguiendo como el camino que Dios tiene destinado para mí. Y eso me ha ayudado mucho. Porque a través de las victorias, claro, se celebran muchísimo más. Es como de que, wow, gracias Dios. Pero también de los errores se aprende, siempre. Y es como, Dios sabe que yo tenía como que pasar por eso para aprender más y para poder darme algo mejor. ¿Sabes? Muchas veces hay una imagen de Dios que me gustaría después que ustedes la busquen o la vean, o quizás se la podemos poner después como, que es una donde... ¿Vale?
En post-production.
En post-production, ándale.
¿Cuál es?
Es una imagen donde está Dios. Está una niña con un osito chiquito. Have you seen that one? It's like a little girl with a teddy bear, but it's a small teddy bear.
So.
There's God with a huge bear behind him.
That's right, yeah.
And the girl's like, but I love it. And God is like, just trust me. And he has a huge bear behind him.
What does that mean?
So,
how do you interpret that?
pues es que muchas veces nos aferramos a situaciones en la vida que queremos que se nos den, pero son chicas y siempre hay algo más grande esperando para nosotros. Solo es cuestión de no desistir y confiar en Dios y confiar en los planes que Él nos tiene. Y a pesar de que en el momento no lo podemos ver y que queremos que se nos dé eso que tanto queremos, porque sabemos que también nos hemos esforzado, es como, espérate, confía en mí, o sea, tengo algo todavía mucho más grande para ti. Esto te está preparando y debes de verlo de esa manera. Y así es, o sea, y aplica no nada más en los certámenes de belleza, sino en todo, o sea, en el trabajo, en el ámbito laboral, en otra competencia que tengamos, o sea, en proyectos que nosotros nos ponemos, queremos eso y es como, espérate, you know?
He's always got something bigger.
Sí, siempre.
And so you've kept that mentality with you. You've kept
Siempre.
that faith deep inside of you, and along with that heart from Mexico and everything else.
Alive.
Drew.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back real quick because the pageants seem to never end with you.
I know. That's why I've been like, oh my God.
Telemundo, but what was the most difficult thing from your childhood to about now, I guess? The most difficult moment that you just... I mean, I obviously have a strong faith, right?
Uh-huh.
There had to have been one moment where you look back and like, wow, that was tough. Do you remember a moment like that?
I'm trying to think. Probably middle school.
What?
People say here, since we're a border town, there's no bullying and all of that stuff. But back then, they would judge my accents a lot. You know, because I mean, once again, even though I was here in the U.S., I lived in Mexico. The English, in a way, now I embrace it. Like if I have an accent or people say I have an, I embrace it. And I embrace I'm Latina all the time. And I put out there, like, you know, there's Latinos that they're very hardworking. We're always trying to build ourselves, you know, a better life and all that stuff, trying to find where we can grow, where we can shine. But back then, they would, like in middle school, yeah, they would tell me como la mexifresa, or ajá, o como que la mexicana. Oh, the Mexicans? You mean the Mexicans? You know, and that was something that would make me como... So it was hard for me. There was one time when I was like in Kruger Field. You know where the Kruger Field is?
Yeah.
Sí. and there was one girl who grabbed rocks. You know the little rocks from the... And she threw them into my mouth. Let's see. And I've always had that... Ay, me da sentimiento. Oh my God. Sí. And yo siempre he sido como una chica que, like, you threw the rocks, o sea, me las tiró, and then just smiled at her and laughed at her over, like, with all the rocks in my mouth. And I kind of, like, spirited them back. And I never told my parents this, or any counselor, or any director, porque yo no quería problemas. Me daban miedo los problemas. You know, I was scared. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, tell my parents they're gonna think I'm not safe at school. They're gonna think like they're bullying me, la 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 la. When I thought maybe it's not that big of a deal, you know. Or I didn't even want to make it bigger because I didn't want them to keep on being mean at me or that stuff. Pero sí fue difícil para mí como esa parte de que como la mexicana, la mexifresa. I know it was not only me, and that's the thing. Like, it's so crazy because there's so many Latinos, there's so many Mexicanos. Like, we're border town. What do you mean? Like, your last name is González. Like, you cannot be telling me. O sea, como es. Todos tenemos apellidos latinos a la vez.
What was her motive? Like, why would she have done that? Like, what prompted her throwing rocks into your mouth?
I don't know. I guess it's just...
Did she say anything before she did that, or she just...
No, she just did it out of nowhere. I was talking, and the thing is, how it got to me is because I was talking to my best friend. We were at Krugerfield. We were sitting down. It was during PE class. We were both sitting down, and I was talking to my best friend. We were laughing her. She just came out of nowhere and did that to me.
Did you know her?
I knew her, but we were not close, you know? Like, you know everybody when you're in middle school, like your grade. Yeah, that was...
You were bullied a lot, you would say, or...
Not a lot, but there was every now and then that people would make comments, como like, oh, your accent. Oh, the Mexicans. Oh, de que the Mexican group, como que así. That was tough on me. But I would always, and that's the thing, because I remember little me in middle school, like that time when the girl did that, I smiled and I laughed. And I was like, ha, I took it as a joke. But then I went home and cried, you know?
Well, it wounded you deeply, because obviously still those emotions come
sí.
forward so when you think about it. But...
Sí, porque recuerdo una niña que como siempre es sonriente. O sea, yo recuerdo porque ese momento lo tengo muy marcado y yo sonreí. O sea, I was there like, and trying to like, you know, and it sucks to look back at it and be like, why didn't I tell the girl anything? Como que, why are you doing that? What you're doing is wrong. ¿Qué te pasa?
I don't think you need to tell her anything at this point. I mean, I think she...
Yeah, I know. Sí.
You know,
Sí.
I'd say it's 2020, right? But and you never talked to a counselor about that?
Nah, I kept it to myself. Sí.
You ever think, like, maybe you should? I mean, I'm not trying to go into counseling, but do you ever think, I mean, obviously, if it still elicits that emotion, do you ever think maybe I should talk to somebody about it, or you're over it?
I'm over it.
But it still hurts.
It's emotional because it's part of my life. Y obviamente cada recuerdo que uno, o sea, recuerda es como de que, wow, atravesé eso, pero yo sé, o sea, si yo veo a esa Marcelita chiquita and I had her right here, I would hug her so much and be like, you've gone through it, but you've gone stronger, you know? O sea, o todos esos momentos como de que te aplaudo y te abrazo, and that's where it moves me, because I imagine myself, but I know now if someone comes and tells me something, yo no lo voy a permitir. O sea, es como de que no, y a esa niña que tomaba muchas cosas y aceptaba comentarios de otra gente y críticas y todo eso, la abrazo y le digo como de que no, nunca más.
You could have told her, you know how many Instagram followers I have?
Sí, de verdad, o sea, y yo diría como que, no, o sea, nunca más, porque yo te voy a cuidar, yo te voy a proteger y yo no voy a dejar que nadie te lastime ni te diga cosas.
Marcela, you just recently got your degree, really, right? Like,
So
last year. Congratulations on...
Thank you.
And you already said that was something that was always on your mind. That was always on your mind. It was something you knew you had to do. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have to get into Telemundo, because I know that's such a fascinating young life. But when we come back, we'll talk about Telemundo in a little bit more. So we're talking to Marcela Delgado on Maine and Laredo, first episode, a production of the computer shop Laredo, and we're